knitty friends. It's Adrienne again here at Tryllacraft. Yeah, it's been a couple weeks, probably close to 3. Beginning of the school year has been banana crazy pants as per usual. It was not unexpected, but it is what it is. So I have been super busy, very tired. It's been a bit of a struggle to knit. See, I say that and then I look at how much knitting I did and I go, oh, maybe I spent more time knitting than I thought. But yeah, it was really pretty necessary for my mental health to keep knitting. But yeah, school's been crazy busy, so I'm sorry I've been away for so long. But I'm here, so we're gonna talk some knitting. We're gonna talk. Yeah, there's lots to talk about. Let's get right into it. I'm kind of excited. Want to see what I did? I finished stuff. All right, first thing I finished. Look at that. It's a hoe. Yay! So this is a homespun house in Dumbledore's favorite with one of the purples that I dyed for my birthday, which I think goes perfectly with it. I'm quite pleased. So I have a hoe. So I knit it up and then I immediately packed it away. I was like, done. Wasn't interested in doing a second sock. Although, I think I was a good girl. Pretty sure I was. I was. I actually cast on the second one. Well, that's good. I don't tend to do that very often. I usually forget. I just tuck them away and then all of a sudden I'm like, ah! Oh, and then I'm pretty proud of these. See if I can get a better picture. Wow. Isn't that exciting? So I thought they were more different than this, but they're actually not as different as I thought. This one has a lot more dark on the foot than this one does. This one just has a little patch. But the legs, which is what most people are going to see, are pretty similar, so that's kind of nice. I was actually debating knitting a third one so then I could see which one was more matchy. Out of yarn that is impossible to be matchy with. I know, I'm ridiculous. But either way, I'm actually done a whole pair. So this is pair number 10 for 2020. I'm ahead of schedule, which is awesome. So this yarn is, it's really early in the morning, so my memory, not so awesome. The Nave watercolor by Stranded Dye Works. It was a sock blank, my very first sock blank that is now knit into socks finally. It only took me 4 years. It's fine. I cast these socks on originally, the original version that I cast on, in the very first episode of the Viber Friends. It's been a bit. But yay, pair of socks. So I'm super happy about those. And I'm not done. Look at that. I finished another hoe. So this is Velvet Shadows by Old Oak Yarns. And then I added the purple. Can you tell? Yeah, purple. It's not black, it's purple. Dark purple that I dyed for my birthday. So yeah, I had no idea that this yarn was gonna, well, I probably had a little bit of an idea. I thought it was gonna spiral. I didn't think it would like perfectly micro stripe, but it's a perfect micro stripe. I'm like, huh, got my numbers right that time without even really trying. But yeah, it's super fun. Really like it. And I finished that one really late last night. So technically I've cast on the second one. It's not very far, but I cast it on. So yeah, I will finish the cuff probably, I don't know, today or tomorrow. And then I'll put it away. I won't knit a whole second sock, don't be ridiculous. Excuse me. I did a little bit of other knitting. This is the only other thing I knit on. Fringe feel big. So this is my super bright, like super bright. This is the socket hat that I'm knitting for my niece. I was there the last time I showed you. I managed to get much done. I was not inspired on this one. It's very sock focused. So I still need like another inch of ribbing before I can start on the easy part, which is the stockinette. I know, ribbing's not that hard. I just don't like it. Let's rephrase that. I don't like 2x2 ribbing, I have found. I do 3x1 ribbing on all my socks now. Love it. Have no problems. No problems. I can do a cuff in like part of an evening. I fly through all 18 rows. If it's 2x2, those 18 rows will take me like 3 days. I don't know why, but I'm terrible. I just don't like knitting 2x2. So, but unfortunately, because my niece wanted a reversible, well, not reversible, but like a fold-upable brim, it made more sense to do a 2x2 rib. That's how much I love her. Anyway, this colorway is called Creamsicle by Leo and Roxy Yarn Company. And I will be adding stripes in Tell You a Secret and their Leo, which is just the undyed base. I don't know when that's gonna happen. Except I'm supposed to go see my niece for Thanksgiving, Canadian Thanksgiving, which is in like 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 3 weeks, yeah. But I don't know, the whole COVID situation is kind of unstable at the moment. So we'll see what I'll do. I will only go if it is relatively safe to do so. Especially since my brother teaches in a school, so. And my youngest niece is actually going to school. Maybe I won't be going. Oh, we're gonna have some serious conversations. Oh, okay, so I have a story. So last Saturday, it was local yarn store day. And so I popped down to one of my lovely local yarn shops, and the Little Red Mitten in St. Thomas, Ontario. And I'm part of their birthday program, so I got a little card for $10 off on my birthday. So it's running out of time, I had to go spend it. So I needed an excuse for yarn. But anyway, so while I was in the shop, I was having a quick chat with the two owners, Jolyn and Carrie. And we were talking about sweater knitting and how much yarn we have and all sorts of stuff like that. And they had just gotten cones of Holst garn in, and they're like, oh, that'd be great for a sweater. And I'm like, I already have like 10 or 11 sweater quantities, and I've never actually finished a sweater. And they looked at me and they're like, what? And I'm like, I know, crazy pants. And I don't know, joked about my harvest, which I just need to do the sleeves on. And they were like, what would motivate you to actually finish it, right? They're like, well, we challenge you. And I'm like, yeah, challenge not going to do anything. And so Jolene goes, so what motivates you? And I'm like, I decided to be totally cheeky. I was a totally cheeky monkey. And I said, money. Because usually that's why I do things. People, that sounds terrible. But like, I prioritize things that I'm paid for, right? Like, work pays me to do stuff, that stuff gets done first, right? So Carrie immediately pops in and goes, if you get the sleeves done by the end of September, we'll give you a skein of yarn. And Jolene laughs because she's like, oh, that won't motivate her. She's got lots of yarn. And I'm like, actually, I like yarn a lot. So because I was cheeky and they were cheeky because they responded to me, I took them up on the offer. But then something happened. Jolene, Carrie, it's all your fault. That's why I have so many finishes, because it's been like 5 days since they issued this challenge. And I have not, this morning I picked up the bag with my harvest in it for the first time. Because I came home and I had a bee in my bonnet about I can't work on the sleeves until I finish the socks that I were working. Tell me that's not crazy. I have 20 pairs of socks on the needles. Mind you, I only had 2. These 2. I had these 2 that were both like past the heel. I'd already put the heels in. I was ready to just down the foot and put the toe in. So I had a bee in my bonnet that I could not work on those sleeves until I finished both these socks. So I've been working on these socks, and I've been busy at work, so it's been really hard to work on these socks. So I quite literally, because of like when I had like time to go knitting with friends in parks and you know, sitting in cars and whatnot, both socks were like at the toe at the exact same time. So last night I knit 2 toes. So I got them done. Which means, have you seen this bag? I love this bag. This is a super, super duper special bag. So my friend Dawn makes bags. And her friend Lisa and her mom went to Scotland a couple years ago, 2 years ago. And so they had special ordered some Harris tweed from Scotland and had some bags made. Well, they had some extra fabric, and because they're lovely and I'm lucky and I bet my eyelashes really, really, very cute, they let me have some of the Harris tweed, and Dawn made me a bag. So I have this beautiful bag. Gorgeous, gorgeous Harris tweed. That makes me think of all my friends. That makes me think of Dawn and Lisa and Lisa's mom, and I just get all warm fuzzies every time I look at this bag. Love it. All right, inside. I have not touched this in probably a year. So this is my harvest, which really literally just needs sleeves. I bound off everywhere else. It's gorgeous. And it'll be really nice to have a cardigan this winter. So I did pick up a knit, part of the sleeve, and I don't know if you can tell. My gauge is off just a little bit. It is just a little bit tighter here than it is here. But enough that it bugs me. Like, you can look at it and you can tell that these stitches are definitely looser than these ones are. So what I need to do is actually look at my needles. So these are a size, I can't even read them. These are a size 8, so a 5mm needle. So I need to find a 5.5mm needle and then take out what I knit, repick them up, knit some sleeves. We're gonna give it a go because I want another skein of yarn. So bad. I can't believe I was cheeky enough to set it. I can't believe they said it. They were like, they didn't even face them. They're like, fine, skein of yarn. I'm like, son of a monkey. Now I have to do it. So yeah, so that's what I'm gonna work on next. Thank you, Carrie and Jolene. I may be cursing you later, but right now, thank you for kicking my butt into gear. All right. You think that is all? Don't be silly. So this time of year, I have a really strong tendency to buy a lot of yarn. For one reason in particular, my mom's anniversary of her passing is in a week and a half. And I will be getting a tattoo that day. It's her 7-year anniversary, and that's when I like to get memorial tattoos, is at the 7-year point. I don't know why. 7 is lucky. But for me, that gives me enough time to really think about what really represents that person to me. And so 7 years gives me plenty of time to grieve, and then think of what are the things that really represent that person, how do I want to represent them, and then think of a design and organize my act and get my act together to get a tattoo. So I'm getting a tattoo in a week and a half, which is exciting. I'm going right here. And yeah, so that generally sparks me to buy a lot of yarn, a lot of retail therapy that time of year, because I'm sad. I miss my mom a lot. And my dad's really ill right now, so that's not helping. So I bought some yarn. Okay, so let's start with this. So, when I went down to my LYS, I picked up some Leo and Roxy because that's what I do when I go there. First one. This is called, I don't even know what it's called. Dark Queen. And it's just lots of purples. Lots of purples. I love it. I've seen this one on their Instagram so many times, and every time I'm like, ooh, I should own that. So now I do. And then, so Carrie and Jolene have a podcast now. It's a Little Red Mitten podcast. And I absolutely love them. I don't know, there's just something about seeing your friends and all their like awesome awkward glory that I'm just like, oh, I miss you guys. And I get such a kick out of seeing them. I'd say that about all my friends who podcast. I get such a kick out of seeing them and just hearing about, especially in COVID times, because I can't go and visit them anytime I want, and I can't sit and chat with them anytime I want. So it's really nice to be able to keep up with them. Anyway, so Carrie and Jolene have been doing these, dye challenges. So they've been challenging each other to dye with kind of like older dye stock before it goes. So dye stock doesn't last forever, so you kind of need to use it up. So they're using up some dye stock. And so this is one, can't remember who made this one. Not sure whether it was Jolene or Carrie, I can't remember. But this is called Bumbleberrylicious. It's really lovely. Really lovely. I know. It's got some beautiful, beautiful, like, berry color. Shocking berry colors. And the blue is really lovely. That'll be fun. And then I'd ask them to put aside one of their marled skeins for me. So they did. So I finally got around to picking it up. I was lucky I managed to get into their second order. They've got another order coming. So they actually have kits. So normally it comes with 2 minis, one white and one of a different color. I think they have 6 you can choose from. And you can order online, littleredmitten.com. And yeah, I don't normally like marled yarn, but then I started seeing a bunch of my friends bought some in the first batch that they had brought in and to make work socks, and it was way cooler than I thought. I was like, oh, I really like that. So when they said they were doing an order for a second batch, I was like, can you put aside one for me? So yay. And then recently, this is one of my more recent orders, there's a local-ish dyer to me, called Songbird Yarn and Fibers. I've known about her for several years. All of her colorways are based on birds. And I have been trying to scale back a little bit on the, I know, you're totally laughing at me when I say the word scale back and everyone goes, not you, Adrienne. Don't kid yourself. But I have been trying to buy less variegated yarns because I have a lot. But I saw this one in particular on Instagram and I was just like, mine. So this is based on the Cerulean Warbler. Look at those colors. Like, it's just so bright. And there's a little bit of gray in there. It's really, really lovely. And it's nice because she also donates for every skein that you buy, $2 of the price goes towards bird conservation. So she's doing good for the world, and so how can you not support a person like that? So I just love these colors. I thought they were beautiful, and I was like, I have to have that. But when you're buying online, shipping, and so you want to make the shipping worthwhile, right? You can't buy just one. No, you have to buy another one. So this is a pretty unique idea. She calls these lovebirds. So this is the indigo bunting lovebird. And so she does, you have two choices. You can either buy a full skein or a half skein, 50 gram skein. So this is 50 grams of each instead of 100 grams of each, of the male and female of the same bird. And yeah, it's got a little button, you put a button on it. And so I thought these would look awesome together. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do the top in one color and the foot in the other, and I'm just gonna fade them together. And so that I will have the lovebirds, they will be together as a pair of socks. Eventually. Don't ask me when. Because we all know that I buy yarn and it goes straight into my stash most of the time. It does not come out to play on the needles immediately, or at least not very often. And then, so do you remember last time I got some beautiful stuff from Lollipop Yarns? Well, she went and posted again, and I fell in love again, because that's what I do. I fall in love easily with yarn. What can I say? So I bought some more. She had another update this past week, and I was like, it was all like fall and Halloween colors, which are not my jam, and I'm like, well, I don't have to buy yarn. I know, it's ridiculous. Okay, so this colorway, Lollipop Yarns. This colorway is called Smile. It's wonderfully bright. It's got some gorgeous like teals. So it's a little like a rainbow, but not quite. And it comes with a little mini. So that's gorgeous. Love it. And I bought another one. Because, you know, one is a lonely number. That's what I think. So this one is called Hard Day's Night. So it's really nice. So it's got the blue and the green, and then it's got some nice speckled gray. Comes with. Ooh, pretty, pretty. Pretty, pretty. Yeah. And then lastly, this one is called, I believe it's called Dream Lover. Yep, Dream Lover. Oh, isn't that nice? I love the little speckles. So the grays tend to be speckled with the colors of the stripes. It's really lovely, and it comes, of course, mini. It's lovely. Now, if I had stopped there in my fairly large acquiring of yarn because of retail therapy. That'd be one thing, but I didn't. I don't have the rest of it yet. It's still in the mail, but it's coming. It's gonna be coming all year. So, Freckled Whimsy, which is a dyer in the States. I've knit some of her yarn before, so I've had it and I like it. I actually have a pair of socks made out of it. You know, I have dyers that I bought from that I've bought and never actually knit. I don't even know what to say about me. But I have knit some of hers and I really like it. She's got a color aesthetic that really, really speaks to me. It's very unusual for her to put out colors that I don't go, ooh, ooh. I don't order from her. I haven't ordered from her in a while, but she doesn't put out a ton. But apparently she came out with a Yarn of the Month club, I think in March. And she posted a picture of on Instagram revealing all 6 colors from the first 6 months of this club. And the very first month, it was really pretty. Not really my colors, but really pretty. Like I didn't go, ooh, really? I was like, oh, pretty. Not me, but pretty. But the other 5, I was like, wear it, wear it, wear it, wear it. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. I was like, crap, I can't get those. I really want them. So I kind of joined her Yarn of the Month club. Oops. So yeah, so I'm starting end of September. I will be getting, surprise, Yarn of the Month club from her every month. And then like a week later, she announced that she was doing a second Yarn of the Month club. Self-striping again, but Harry Potter colorways. And we all know me and Harry Potter, I can't not. So I might have signed up for that too. So I'll get the first one of that Yarn of the Month club in October. So yeah. And I'm pretty sure I bought some other stuff. So you know it's bad when I can't remember what I bought. I actually made a list of things I was like waiting for packages for. But I know I put in an order for yarn from Dye For You, which was really pretty, but that was just yesterday, so I won't be getting that for a while. I can't remember where else I bought from. It'll be a surprise when it shows up in my mail. I'll be like, hey, isn't this lovely? So yeah. So that's a bit of a pile of yarn. Again, I did good. Finished things, yarn, yay. Go out, way more come in. Way more comes in than goes out. Because the kicker is, even when I finish a pair of socks, I still have half a cake of yarn left. I only use I probably barely use 60 grams, so I still have a ton of yarn left. I need to do something with that yarn. Which means I need to work on my blankets. Which means I need to have time. So if anybody wants to send me a winning lottery ticket, that would be fabulous. I could really use it. Actually, that's not true. I just need to not work. I don't need millions and millions of dollars. I just need to have enough so I don't have to work. I think I have to keep working. Anyway, thanks for listening to me ramble. I enjoy sharing my stuff with you so much. Yeah, I'll be back. Don't worry, I'll keep knitting. Hopefully, I will have another finished object to show you the next time I come back. And it'll be something impressive like a sweater. Sleeps. All right, everyone. I have to go to work. It's early in the morning. I gotta get ready for work. I hope you're well. Keep knitting. Love you lots.